Allah has commanded. Yet 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 1 week down the line, you find yourself straying again and you go, oh no, here we go again. There are forces that are acting on you, and that's what we're going to discuss next. Imam Ghazali, in the chapter The Marvels of the Heart, which has been translated into English as a standalone book, Hujjat al-Islam, Imam Ghazali, and this is now available in English, by the way, and I encourage you, if you can find it, to read it. The PDF versions of it on the internet. The Marvels of the Heart. He identifies 3 main controlling forces within us. Each of these operates within a continuum of 2 extremes: excess, too strong; insufficient, deficit. With a very narrow bridge in the middle, which is maintained by a 4th controlling force known as the power of preserving the equilibrium. The first of the 3 forces down to tissue. He learns this directly from the scholars in the native language in which one and he doesn't.
December 2021, I did clean and then they cleaned it up.
The ties of the womb. The fact that a family member has chosen to consign you to the background doesn't mean you two should say, go away with your wala. No, you must seek them out. Yeah, that's the 3rd level. But not all of us can get there, right? So at least do not do any harm. Do not be the source of harm to anybody. Whether they share the 3rd level you can aspire to, where even when they are bad, you can tolerate the harm in them and still continue to do good to them by showing them compassion. These are parts of the excellence of a sound mind. So we're running out of time. I was here early, right? Most people were not. Imam was here early. So I am not saying that any of this is easy. When I say forgive for your own sake, have mercy on yourself, you will feel lighter, forgive, forget, and move on. This is how you polish the heart. None of it is easy, except by the leave and the mercy of Allah. It's a struggle. But remember, Jannah is not free of charge, right? You have to work for it. Yeah, result no matter. But both of them are working hard for where they will end up, right? In summary, you and I therefore have a role to play in bridging the gap of our increasingly divided country. You cannot give up. You cannot throw your hands up and become passive because things have not gone in the direction of your desire, or become angry and combative because no one seems to be listening to you. The problem isn't out there, it is in here. And we must make a commitment to role model the conduct that builds and scales in the face of setback, rather than pulls down and destroys. Our creative community, to whom this is directed and this platform was created to speak with and engage with, they have a massive role to play in this effort. They must make a concerted effort at national orientation, harnessing our collective passions and desires in a common direction for a common purpose. I know this sort of thing may not be profitable, right? It's not what people will go to the cinemas to watch. But it is a sacrifice we must make. We can apply our minds to how to begin to change the narrative while making a decent profit. If we sit and really think about it, we can use the arts and the creative sciences to bring about lasting positive changes in society. By truly changing the narrative, the dominant narrative we have today that seeks to break us into our constituent elements and divide us beyond repair. We can use the power of storytelling to connect our past history to where we are presently in order to correct our actions and conduct so that we may be successful in the future, and other forms of media for the positive purposes that other civilizations have used it for and other societies have used it for. And all through time, the arts have been an effective instrument of speaking truth to power without creating strife and acrimony. Go back as far back as Shakespeare. The clown, the joker, the zero in the court of the king is there to speak truth to the king and his courtiers without the risk of him being beheaded. And he will. And even though they may laugh at his silliness, in their quiet moments when they reflect, they see the truth in what he has said or in the acts that he has performed. And perhaps they may be reformed, right? So we must understand, for those of us in the creative space, that you are influencing culture through your craft. And given the wide base of our youth, we have towards sustainable nation building efforts. There is no other sphere of our social interactions that is better positioned for this than the creative industry, and at this point in our lifetime. I can deceive myself that the mosque today is the place to carry out this kind of social reform. It's a lie. They don't come there. They probably come to pray somebody, take up, right? Because I'm there preaching fire and brimstone. How if you plait your hair, you go to hell. If you wear your ring, you go to hell. If you pray in shorts, you can't stand in the first row. So they're not there. We have to rethink how we reorient ourselves. Where's my GC? I hope the CC that are behind that latest production, she wants me back. Yeah? About us of one, we pay only share one to the Isaleko they described is not my Isaleko. It's not our Isaleko. The Isaleko that I know does not have Rika economy. Rika le mimo. The Baba Wele was so to marry what did to marry. As of one way or Bawa Leo, Isaleko I cannot describe. And it is not our Adamu Risha play that they showed there. Yeah? Our Aiyeola do not carry guns. They should do their research. We can use these platforms for good. It's an excellent production. A lot of money went into it. But it just seems as though most times it seems that what sells is really amplifying the ills of society without a redemption arc. Yeah, for those who are the protagonists or antagonists in the clip we just watched. So now I'll close with a social comment.
For making this possible through the coming years. It's been happening for quite some time, and we thank him and